I got me a truck, a trailer, and a chainsaw.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw.
And $0. Can we go from 0 to 100 million? Let's find out. Well, hello and welcome in, everybody. This is episode 61 on our journey from 0 to $100 million, and we got over $50 million. And today is going to be day one, counting down to that $100 million. Got a lot of workers going out there on the field. Got a lot more I got to start up. A lot of work to do. Now, what do I mean exactly by counting down to 100 million? I'm just going to play the game, talk with y'all every single day, bring y'all back, show y'all everything I'm doing, see how many days it takes from now until I get it completed. So this is day one, count down to 100 million. Well, from 50, I guess. There is one issue I noticed. I did try to start up the cedar planter on one of the fields, but they require plowing because we have potatoes planted in there. And I don't exactly have a free tractor. Yes, I got one sitting back over there by the sheep, but it's about to get used for some milk, I think. Nah, I can't do that. I got to get it out there on the field. Get that field work done. I get to the milk later, right? Or I get to the manure later. I don't know what I'm doing. As y'all can tell there on the top, got a few more finished workers. Both these motors here are done working. I'm going to get them back to the sheds, parked away, and of course continue going away at all this different field work. Now, I believe those two finished ones at the top there are probably my lime spreaders. Still trying to get that plow out on the field. Still need to start up some planters. It's like they're just done before I can get another worker out there. It's kind of like there's almost a limit to how many workers you can have. No, there's not. I just need to be faster at it. Actually, now that I think about it more, there should or has to be some sort of limit to how many workers you can have. Is that an actual thing? If you might know, let me know in the comments. Pretty interesting that. I might have to search Google here in a little while, or whenever I get some time. I'm sure I'll forget until I read the comment. Took me a while, and it might be hard to see down there in the bottom right. It says needs plowing in this field. I believe that's because I had potatoes in there before. I don't know. I haven't done much with the potatoes. Nah, I'm just kidding. I have done quite a bit with potatoes, and there's a series out there on that. If you haven't seen it, you should check that out. It's actually completed-ish. No spoilers, but it's done. I'm gonna go over there and do that plowing manually. It is a huge plow, should be done quick, and I'm kind of afraid it might overlap onto the other fields, so I want to pay attention to that. But before I do that, I'm going to get this worker off and going and planting some carrots in the ground here. And why is that carrot leader count not going down? Oh, well, it just dropped. Okay, there it goes. It is planting carrots, right? Okay. Wow, it barely uses any seeds. Let's see here. Where's that at? It's at 12,692. Still sitting there, still sitting there, still sitting there. Even still sitting there. Okay, drop. Wow. It barely uses any seeds. So this might be a huge profit margin for carrots. I mean, I'm not too worried about profit margins. I'm more worried about how much I'm going to make at the end here. But while that's going, I got to fill the plow. Well, I guess these fields weren't quite as close as I thought they'd be. Maybe a worker could have done this, but I'm too committed to it. Also, there are stones on the ground. Forgot all about that, and I just now remembered what those stones being on there. These are all small stones. Never quite figured out why that is, but it seems like on this map, all the stones are just so small. Well, compared to other maps. Don't know if I'm going to waste my time picking them up or not, because that should not affect the yield, and now that I think about it more, I'm not. Let's just leave some stones on here. Looks like both my grass fields are now completely mowed up. One of them's being picked up right now. Don't think I got a free tractor to pick up this one, because they're all kind of busy doing other field work. So it's going to take a second, but get it done. One of the workers in the grass field is all done picking up the grass. With 659,000 liters of grass, we're going to put this into the sheep bins, and they haven't been fed all winter long, so I'm assuming this is not going to be enough to feed them to max capacity. I kind of want to see that before I put it in there, see exactly where they're at. Hopefully they didn't run out of food. Well, it looks like this one's down to 551,000. If y'all didn't remember or don't know, this does hold 1 million liters, so I'd say it's pretty good. Also, 289 sheep in there. It only holds 250. I got the overcrowding on. Still need to move them over to the butcher. I'll get to that eventually. Long list of things to do. It took me way longer than it should have, but I am finally all done plowing up this field. I believe it's good to go. The lime that got put on there, yes, it is still good lime. I believe, don't know, I'm no actual farmer or anything like that. I've never applied lime in real life. I grew up out in the country, did have tractors, stuff like that. I guess if anything, I did a lot more forestry work than anything. But I believe I saw a few things about, usually they'll lay down the lime before plowing to try to get it mixed in there. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know, when should I apply the lime in real life? I'm sure some of y'all know. Now that I finally got a free tractor here, I guess I kind of had another one sitting around doing nothing. Horrible at time management here, I guess. Nah, not really. But now that I got another free tractor here, we're going to get it over to another field, start planting some more carrots. That big field, field number 2, still going away at planting carrots. I believe that's going to be our largest carrot field out of this whole thing. Let's take a quick look at that. It's right here versus this one possibly over here, this field 11. We'll see which one comes out with the most, if I remember to track that, or if we even make it there, because making a lot of money through passive income. Hopefully I make it to harvest time, and hopefully I can get those into some sort of production, or just straight up sell them all off for a huge amount of money to push us over at $100 million. This is the very last field that needs to be limed for carrot planting. Now, I still need to line one of the grass fields. Let me top this off, get it over there, and then continue away at it. Finally done. This took forever to actually plant. Well, don't know how long it actually took, but it seemed like it took forever. Guess that makes sense for it being the biggest field. And I can see over there in the background that that other field is almost done too. And I just started it. I finally made it back over here to the sheep. Let's go ahead and dump all this in here because I know it's not going to be enough. This pen should be down to 500,000 liters of food. That was a little over 200,000, but I do got one more grass field to pick up grass on, and that's where I'm going to head right now. And consistently, it's been right around somewhere in the 700,000 liters. So it looks like I'm going to have some leftovers to make some more cow feed because I am kind of worried about the cow feed. With us having so many more cows now, it's blowing through straw for sure, but the food, I don't know. I haven't really noticed too big of a difference with losing the food. I do know I'm about out of straw. Probably going to have to buy some. Also, it's been producing a whole lot more manure, slurry, and milk, which is making me more money. Now, here exactly is how I've been making a whole lot of money from those items from the cows, because here's 1,000,000 liters of manure, and it seems like every single month I get like a good 1,000,000 liters of manure from them cows. But to continue to do that, I need to make sure it stays stocked with straw. That's how I notice the straw's dropping quite a bit. Now, what exactly does that turn into? That makes me so much money. It is solid fertilizer. This solid fertilizer, like I mentioned last episode about trying to break that 50 million, anytime I want to just make a quick million, sell off the solid fertilizer. So, yeah. It's making some good money. Oh man, I just messed up. Don't know what's going on here. It says needs plowing, weeds growing. I was like, this looks so different compared to rest. I guess I missed the needs plowing part. I don't know because down there at the bottom right it says expected yield 117%. Yield potential is 125%. If I was to plow it, I could get it up to that 125%. I'm not going to worry about it because I already got the plow put away. Let's just go with a good 117% yield bonus, I guess. Also, just notice I'm almost out of solid fertilizer in this thing, and that is actually pretty hard to get filled up into here because it likes to try to mess up. But either way, I believe we're going to drop below $51 million after I top this off because that stuff is expensive and this tank is really large. Take that liquid fertilizer and it is dropping really fast watching that up there. So I started this episode with 51 million. Am I going to end it below 51 million? I thought I was counting down as in counting towards 100 million, not counting down from 51 million to zero. Come on. The last grass field is all done with picking up, mowing, all that stuff. Still got a bunch of other field work to do, but I'm just noticing getting quite a bit of eggs coming in there. May need to figure out something for that because I have nothing being used as far as those eggs and as far as them distributing it out. Almost 1,000 chickens in that coop. It's supposed to go up to 50,000. And if y'all don't remember, we actually started with, I believe, 2 chickens or maybe just 1 and was trying to build all the way up to that 50,000. Don't know if I'm gonna make it there. Definitely know I'm gonna have to buy some food for it soon. With the leftover 473,000 liters of grass, we're gonna dump it in here, make some TMR for the cows, and hope that's enough. Coming close to an end of planting all the fields, just going around checking, seeing if I missed anything, and I did! I missed another needs plowing field thing here. I don't know. This ain't looking good. But almost done with all the carrot planting. Not gonna be a very, very perfect yield, but it's still gonna be probably a whole lot of carrots, a whole lot, and that's going to be a whole lot of money. This is the last planter. All the fields now have carrots in except for our 2 grass fields that we've had this whole time. They've been grass fields since they got put in. Not the whole time. I guess I started with 1 grass field, expanded to another one later on, blah, 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 blah. It happened somewhere in the past. Never thought this day would end. I am getting extremely tired in real life. I may have fell asleep a few times. Alrighty, well, this is not a parking job. It would be a pretty good parking job, I guess, kinda, as long as I wasn't going with the trailer. I actually fell asleep and ended up running inside of the building there, shed. Yeah, still going away at all the field work, trying to move stuff around. Actually got this to go get some manure and continue making solid fertilizer, and that continues making me some money. I just realized I don't have much manure over there. Let's go ahead and buy some straw, get it into the cow barn because it's getting low. Definitely not out yet, but it's going through it faster. And of course, it's going to miss the trailer, but still end up in the trailer somehow. Right now for this cow barn, we are down to 524,000 liters of straw. Down to, I say that. It sounds like quite a bit whenever you don't edit a file. But man, look at these big old fans. These cows are living their best life. You know, one thing I don't like, I don't ever see any cows inside here. Let's go ahead and stop it there. 1.3 million liters, I believe, of straw. I don't know. Those numbers are so close together. Don't see no commas in there, but it costs $41,000. I know that for sure. We'll go ahead and get it put in here, see how long that actually lasts. And all the field work is done. So I'm ready to go ahead and sleep through the month. That's kind of why I went ahead and stopped this. Probably just leave this right here inside here. We're going to go sleep through the month. Am I done with all the field work till harvest time? No, I'm not. unfortunately, because there's going to be a grass field harvest most likely. Or, you know what? Maybe not until regular harvest, because this stuff grows pretty fast. Looking into the crop calendar here, yeah, it grows really fast, so I might wait pushing my grass harvest back to that initial harvest time in August. But I still have weeds to take care of, so that's going to take up a little bit of time next month. With this being day one, counting down to $100 million, we started with 51 million. We're at 51 million now. I don't feel good ending the episode there, so let's go ahead and sleep through the night and, of course, go up above that 51 million. Most likely. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that sells off. There we go. We are now up to $53 million in the month of May right now. What? That is crazy. Now, I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure, but I'm hoping that each day does not take me up $1 million. Because this is going to take a while if it does. Well, I don't want to do a whole nother 47 episodes because $1 million an episode, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, that's 2 million right there. I started with 51, now I'm at 53. Huh, I can't even math. Hey, maybe I'm at 100 million right now. I don't know. But that is actually going to be it for this episode. Heading over to my sprayer right now, getting ready for next episode to use that. But I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.